y'all. This is Mother Like Daughter Boutique. We are the daughters of it. This is Bailey. I'm Ashley, and today we're just going to be showing you a warehouse slash office tour, and kind of just take you around and show you how everything works. This is what we work in. So let's get to it. All right, so this is the photo booth area. So this is where we take all of our photos, do our measuring, everything. We just have this normal kind of wood backdrop here, and then we also use this. We just put this on, put our phones around it, and that way we don't have to keep putting our phones down, lifting it up, kind of thing like that. Next to it, we have the table. This table is where we photograph any kind of hats, any shoes, purses, anything that can be sat down. We do that here. We do have a couple of mannequins around, so we do name them. We'll do that in another video though, but we just have them kind of dressed up. That way they're not just kind of, exposing themselves throughout the day, because they do a lot of work for us. Then we also just have some kind of pictures here to kind of make it more home feeling and comfortable. We also have some lint rollers because where our warehouse is, it's a storage unit, so we just want to make sure that the item is okay, no lints on it, no dust on it, kind of thing. And then kind of over here, we just kind of have some extra little stuff. So we have like our trash can, we have some curtain rods, stuff like that in case we ever need them. We just have a plant in the back, kind of making it feel more workable, because if it's just plain Jane, it kind of feels boring and we don't want to do all that. So other than that, we have like a rug on the floor to keep it more comfortable to walk on, and we just kind of do everything right here. So I'm going to take you over here and kind of show you what's in front of it. That way we can kind of explain what's right here as well. So right here, we just have this black cubicle thing. We just kind of have some little things on here. We have some plants, some knickknacks. We also have a mannequin right here just kind of showing a necklace. We also have some of our free gifts, just kind of extra ones. We actually need to move these, but for now they're okay. We have some little holders with some tacks on it. We have our little plastic feet that we use to photograph our shoes. We have some sunglasses here, some lids, and then we also have another little mannequin. We don't really use her. She's actually really dirty. But she's here in case we need to wipe her down and use her for anything. We really don't have much on this shelf, but eventually it will fill up.
So this little area right here is our inventory that we have listed on our sites and everything. So this shelf right here, we have from A through AO, which we go out of alphabetical order on our boxes, so we know how to find them. And we have A through AO, and we also have the big box, which big box is where we put the items that can't fit inside of boxes, like with the lid on, because we are in a unit, so it gets dusty sometimes. So that's what that is. And then if you come over here, this side we have from AR through A or BA, and then on the next side we have from EB to BJ for right now, but we're still getting some over there. And if we come look inside of the boxes, this is an item that we have posted, and we have the SKU thank you cards, and then the little card right there is a reminder to please wash the clothes whenever you get them, because they've been stored. And then we have a little free gift right there, and we have and that's how they look whenever they're inside of boxes. And that's what this little area is.
Alright, so coming over here, back off from the inventory that Bailey was explaining, we kind of come into a tiny bit of a jumbled mess. So a lot of resellers, they do Goodwill bins, they do thrift stores, stuff like that. So we do it a little bit differently than others. We actually buy storage units from online auctions, and we only go for the clothes. Sometimes we do have some home goods stuff in it though, unfortunately, and it kind of takes up a lot of room. We are in the process of trying to go through all of the home goods and get the clothes. But whenever we do that, we do have still our sourcing days where we go through the clothes that we've gotten from storage units. And if we think it's an okay item and no holes, no stains, stuff like that, we'll list it. Well, at that point, we will put it on this clothing rack here, and that way whoever's photographing for that day can just walk over here, grab the item, immediately hang it up, and go to post, or go to photograph it. Underneath here, these are just items. Usually like we put shoes in here, but there's some shorts and stuff. It's just stuff that can't fit on a hanger really. Let's see here. So back here on this rack, this one is just our our coats and things in like a prom dress. Things that won't fit in a poly bag, or the clear plastic bags that would normally go into a box for our inventory. These are just, they've been listed, they just can't fit. Ignore the bicycle. This is going to be moved. If you wanted a real, thing, this is it. This is what it looks like. Then back here, this is just kind of our backstock inventory. This is totes of clothes, different natures of knickknacks and different things, which eventually we will post some of it. It's just right now we're trying to focus on clothes because we do have a lot of clothing to go through. We also have like some different pictures back here along with mirrors. Those are going to be pretty much Facebook Marketplace sales, and then like lamps as well. The only thing really that's not in the storage unit for sale are our bicycles. Our house is just too small to store them, so we hung them up except for this one. This one's just got to be fixed. But what we'll do now is we'll head over into the middle aisle and we'll kind of explain that aisle a little bit and our workstation as well. So over here, this is our workstation. This is where we pretty much do the sourcing. We do sometimes the shipping on these tables. This is where we work at. So I'll kind of go through everything. So up here, we have a wickered basket, and these just have our free fans in it. And then these have some free kid toys, because of course we don't want to put a fan for kid item, just because the kid's going to be getting it. Here we just have a jewelry dress thing. We just kind of throw some jewelry on there as we find it through our totes. We also have some pens and some expo markers for our whiteboard, and then we also have some Sharpies as well. That way we can write on our SKUs and everything. This is just a backdrop. It's kind of like for jewelry and stuff. We tried shoes with it, doesn't work, but we can use it for our jewelry. Here, this is just a wired basket. Again, it just has some Sharpies, some markers. It has our thank you for your purchase, hope you enjoy your free gifts. We also have our sourcing day labels here. That way if we source throughout the week, we can put our day of the week that we source those items, and that way we know how to photograph them in order. We also have some scissors. We also have some spray. We also have some of our SKUs already prepared. So we do hand make these SKUs. We just print off some labels that has our name of our business, and then a blank spot for the number of the SKU, and then we'll just cut it out. And then we also have some of these gel packet things that you always find in packages. These are supposed to be just like to help with smell. It kind of absorbs different smells and stuff in your packages. So we do put these in our packages as well to help with that, since we are in a storage unit. Let's see. So we also have some coasters because we don't like rings on our tables. We don't always use them though. If I'm being honest, we don't always use them, but we do have them. We also have our business cards. So if you've ever purchased from us before, you would have seen these. But we are going to be changing our business cards soon because we have put in more sites that we use, because we use Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. We did use Depop for a long time. Well, not really a long time, a couple months actually, but it just wasn't working for us, so we did do away with it, and we only do the 3 sites now. These are just some shower hooks that aren't really supposed to be here actually, but they're here. So we have some eBay tape that we do with our eBay eBay orders. Huh? Jesus. Okay. So eBay orders, and only eBay orders get the eBay tape because we don't want to confuse our buyers. Then we also have some extra thank you stickers here if we do decide to do shipping on this table. We just kind of use these. We have our big thank you stickers right here, and we just get all of these stickers off of Amazon because it's easier. Then we have our, I call these our Poshmark stickers because we only use these pretty much for Poshmark, but if anybody on eBay decides to use priority mail, we will use these as well. And it's just extra enforcement on the package to ensure that it doesn't get open on the way in transit. We do get these free from the USPS site. You can get their boxes and all of that free as well. So we do have those. Then we also have our handy dandy tape dispenser here. It just has our packing tape, and then it has our regular tape, which we are out of regular tape. Gotta get some more. So there is that area. Push this out a little bit, and then you can kind of see our pink drawer system. So this is probably the most organized it's ever been, but this top drawer is not so much. So this top one here, we just have some extra coupons that we use for eBay for our repeat buyers. So if you repeat a order from us, then you can get 20% off. We do send it out for your first purchase. That way your second purchase, you can get that percentage. We have some baby wipes in here. We have some extra of the gels in the top drawer as well, along with some snack baggies. So these snack baggies actually came from a storage unit, and they were all brand new. So we said we could use them. So we've actually been using them quite a bit lately for small things, and that's why we have our SKUs in one. And you'll see some more over there in a second that we use for. Over here we also have, what is this? I don't even know what's all about. Oh. So if we ever sell any anklets or anything or bracelets, we can use these. It just comes with some of the plastic baggies along with the feet as well, and that way we can ship it securely. I guess you can say that way there's nothing gonna happen to it. The second drawer here, this drawer is kind of more of our photographing drawer, more say. It has a pen in here, it has some scissors, it has some sticky notes and Sharpies, and then it also has our folding tool. So if it's an item that we're just having issues trying to fold, we can use the folding tool. We usually don't use it. Actually, personally bought this for myself at home, because who likes folding clothes? Not me. But now I just brought it down here because it's sometimes easier. Then on the last drawer down here, this is where we keep all of our poly bags. So I'm not 100% sure what dimension it was. But I think it's like one of the largest ones that you can get. We put all of our items in the same bag. If it ends up being too small of an item, we will fold it up and tape it over. That way it doesn't take up more room in our file boxes. And we can condense our space. So that is the pink drawer thing there. So now over here we have our donation bin. So our donation bin is cool. We need to go to donations. We don't do the buy, sell, trade stuff right now. So all of our donations and stuff that we just don't want to keep, or if it doesn't have a size or brand or anything like that, it does go to donations. We usually just take it to the Goodwill and drop it off, get our donation receipts, and carry on about our day. So this is where we throw everything. Over here we just have some different crates that we can use for going to the post office, or little items like hats or scarves or whatever the case is once we go to put them up for listings. But we just have those on hand. We also had a fan up there because, again, we're in a storage unit. It gets hot. We are in Texas, so it gets extremely hot. So we do have that just in case. Usually we just kind of come up before though and let the breeze come in. Over there we have a laundry basket. We can throw in different things like probably our dead piles. That's what we have underneath the table too. Dead pile means we need to go to the wash area and we need to wash these things. Or if there's a hole in it that we might be able to sew up, we can sew it up real fast. I'm not a sewer though, so usually if there's a hole in it like that, we don't need it. Here we just have our chair. And yeah, so that's pretty much this area right here. This is where a lot of our stuff happens. But I will take you underneath the table now and kind of show you our dead pile and different things like that. Alright, so this is under our table here. Looks like we don't have leg room, but we actually do. It's kind of weird. But over here, so we have a laundry basket and a tote right here. This is our dead pile. This is what we need to take to the washateria to wash before we do anything with them. They have been sourced. We know that we have them, but it's just waiting to be washed. Dead piles take a while because I don't like going to the washateria, so that's why they're going to sit here until I'm ready. Usually we don't go to the washateria unless we have a lot, so probably going to do one more tote before going. This tote over here, this is a tote full of shoes. That is our next step with our shoes. We have all of those ready to go. They're ready to be posted. It's just we got to photograph them. We also have a trash can, so if we do the bagging, the shipping, anything like that, we have a trash can on hand with no questions asked. Then we also have our extra file boxes here. These file boxes we did get from, I think it was Office Max, but we have also gotten some from Amazon and things like that. That's just like banker boxes. We did originally start off with actual file boxes like you've seen from Bailey, but we kind of moved on to banker boxes just because they work a little bit better in my opinion. We can actually remove the lid instead of just folding it up. But so that is this area here. Besides this is just stuff that we have to take home. Yeah, like extension cord, stuff like that. Over here, this is just our hangers. So as we're sourcing, and more than likely Bailey, because she's the one that hangs them up for me, and then I'm the one that photographs usually. And then our other sister, Leah, she is the one that will prepare them as well. So that's this bucket. This bucket underneath here probably ain't supposed to be there because I don't know what it is. But it's there. The other tote that's underneath the table, that's just also stuff that we kind of have to go through. We have a display case, and we used to use displays to photograph our items. We just don't do it anymore, so we have a bunch of display stuff in there. Right here, this is our handy dandy cubicle as well. So on top, we just kind of have some measuring tapes. We have some gloves, which these are raggedy. We need to get some more. But this is like when we're going through stuff, because with going through storage auction units, you never know what's going to be in them. We've seen some pretty wonky stuff. So we like to use gloves just to be on the safe side. We also have some scrunchies in here because we're a bunch of females and we have long hair, so we need to be prepared. We also have some disposable gloves as well, so if these gloves just aren't working, we can use these and just throw them away at the end. We have some rubber bands in here, and then we also have our baby feet. So all of our baby shoes do get these already put in before being photographed and being put in the box, and they stay in the shoe as well. That way they keep their shape during transit, because you know this. So this is our fans. These is an entire thing of fans, and this ain't even all of them. We also do have some extras like goodies, like we have these ice cube circle ball tray things. We do sometimes put these in packages, just kind of depending on what the item is. And then we also have some, like, I don't even know what those are called, the bottle cap remover things. They're like red and polka dotted. They're cute, so we have them. In this one, we do have some extra baggies that we ship in, our collie mailers. And then we also have some ties. I don't think these collie mailers are supposed to be here, but they are. So we have our ties here. So all of our ties that have not been photographed or listed, they are in here. That way that we know where they're at. And then underneath that one, we have, looks like bags. So We kind of have a few different spots for bags because bags are just really hard to store. So you'll probably see bags everywhere. But these just have some bags in it as well. And then, and this one is our wallets and little pouches and things like that. That way we can get to them fairly easily. Alright, so this section right here is the middle area. So it's pretty much the exact same thing as the other one. It's a bunch of back stock. We have gone through these clothes. These clothes are ready to pretty much go through their second round of sourcing. Make sure there's no holes, make sure there's a size, make sure there's a, you know, brand tag, things like that. We have some extra just little knickknacks and gadgets right here. Probably from going through totes, honestly. We have some extra little things all over the place, but that's the joy of having so much stuff. In the middle, we do have pretty much everything stacked up, just to avoid it coming into our work area. And then as we bring in more, it just keeps stacking up, which our mom, which the mother of the mother like daughters, is the one that actually finds our inventory and brings it to us. But yeah, so that's what this section is. It's very simple, not much to it. It's just when we're ready to pull out some more, we come and grab a tote and we keep going. Yeah.
Don't mind the lamps on the top.
You don't mind the lamps on top. Like I said, those are going to be Facebook Marketplace stuff. It's just, that's something that we really dread to do. Just because we don't like great people coming to our area. This is our work area. We spend majority of our time in this area. So just bringing extra people, it's just kind of weird. We could always do meetups as well, but we just always have so much to do. Meetups are really hard to do unless we plan it out. So we'll go ahead and head over to the other area, and I'll have Bailey show you the technical shipping area.
This right here is our shipping table. Well, not this. This is what we're taking him for. That's little. And don't mind the washing machines. They're temporarily. But on top we have the paper that we wrap our packages with. We got the gold for like men items, the pink for women, and paper depending on if it can't fit nose. And then we got our little cup of pins right here. And then this thing is to tag clothing items if we ever go to like Trader Village one day or something.
Which is a flea market, by the way.
Yeah, a flea market, sorry. And then we got like electrical wipes that we don't really use for electrical, we use for our whiteboard. And then jewelry, some stickers that are all messed up. But, yeah. And then our little frog that we tried to, yeah, he's our little lucky frog. Then this thing right here is a map of the US, and we pin it every time that we get like a sale on our sites or whatever. And then we got boxes and an extra whiteboard right here, and then some extra polymailers and our priority polymailers, which we get for free. And then up here is our whiteboard that we use for like our monthly goals and stuff. Right now we just have our almost empty boxes on there that we have to refill and stuff. And then if we walk over here, we got our priority boxes for our items that we have to ship out and stuff. And then we got our
Calendar.
Our whiteboard calendar. Then we got our weight for the eBay items that we have to weigh and stuff. Cool. And our items that we put in there. And then in here we have extra polymailers and stuff, and then we got some extra free gifts and some of the extra backdrops. And then this bag right here we use to put our items in to take to the post office. And then like this is large boxes, medium, small, or actually these are shoe boxes. Yeah. And then our little like small like mail mail ones right here, and then our jewelry boxes. Yeah, no, those are just full. There we go.
So I don't remember what's on the top there, but there's some extra boxes.
And then if we look right here, these are our wagons that we move things into our unit because we buy units like ever. And then if right here, these are the winter items that we're gonna post this winter, because it's not winter, obviously.
It is summer, summer, summer.
Yes. And then we got a basket down here full of blankets and stuff. Don't really know why, but they are there.
Oh, that's the that's our other sister's dog's basket, pretty much we use for if he ever comes in here, when she decides to come in and work with us, that's where he literally just lays there and sleeps the entire time.
Yeah. And then we got a chair here for extra chairs like that one, and then we got a shelf that we're gonna use for something one day.
One day.
And then right here we have like little like clothing bags and a hat, and then a little suit that we have right here. And right here is supposed to be our sourcing table. We haven't actually used it yet because it's kind of been a mess lately. We got it finally cleaned up, but we got some empty totes underneath it, and that's this little area. And then Ashley's going to take over and show you the back of the unit.
Alright, so Bailey just went over all of this. So this back here is extra back stock. So
Is his tie backwards?
his tie is backwards, but that's beside the point. He actually does move side to side though, because we just have some zip ties hanging him up. So pretty much if it's open, that means we can allow more in. If it's closed, if he's kind of stopping, he's pretty much saying, hey, like, let's get caught up first. Here, it's just, again, extra back stocks stuff here and all back here. And then on this one, we do have some extra, like, baby toys, and this is kind of stuff for Facebook Marketplace as well. At the very top, these are all of our shoes that actually come with boxes. So these are kind of like, they fall underneath the category of new with tags, new with a box. Which there's a lot of them, and we just have not gotten around to it yet. Just because we have so much. I think we will probably not have to worry about another auction unit, Goodwill bins, thrift stores. We don't have to worry about that for probably a little while, just because we are really stocked up back here. Kind of towards the back there, we do have some more, like that's a whole other shelf in the very back. And then also we have two more at the very back wall. They are full of totes as well. This shelf here, this is kind of not really clothing items. It's more home goods stuff. We do have books, we have movies, we have some VCH tapes that are actually collectibles that we have found. And we just haven't gotten around to posting it. So I guess you can consider all of our back stock to be our dead pile. We have a very large one. Because it's just money sitting, and so we have to get it moved.
And it's just the two of us right now.
It's just the two of us right now. So our mom actually does work a full-time job somewhere else, and so she doesn't always have time to come in here with us. And then our sister also has a full-time job somewhere else. Me and Bailey, we are full-timers, and we're here pretty much 7 days a week. But yeah, so this is this over here. So we'll move back over here, and we'll kind of talk a little bit more about what we do. Alright, so now we're just kind of sitting here. So pretty much our goal with our YouTube channel is going to be just kind of getting our word out there, kind of what we do, sharing our knowledge, because we have a lot of knowledge. We've been doing this now for 3 years? 2.5 years?
Something like that.
For a little while. So we have quite a bit of knowledge. We did get a lot of our knowledge from YouTube videos also. So a lot of our techniques and our storing and everything we do really came from YouTube. So
Multiple different YouTube.
yeah, multiple different YouTubers. So that's kind of our goal. We just want to kind of help and show you guys that you can do it, and it's okay to struggle a little bit, and you won't get sales every day. Like today, we haven't had a sale. We did take a sale, but that was from yesterday. We were supposed to ship it out yesterday, but it was actually really raining bad where we are, so we didn't take it.
Yeah, it was
It was bad. But we went ahead and took it today, and you know, things like that happen, and that's okay. So, I mean,
this is also our first YouTube video, and FYI, we were a little scared. But now that we did it, it's okay.
And we'll come back on, and we'll probably do several videos a week. And we'll show you guys like how we do our shipping. If anything, if y'all want us to do a shipping series, we'll do a shipping series every day. Rather we make a sell or not, we can tell you guys. We'll tell you, you know, how much it sold for, things like that. Because we don't sell only high-end items. We sell Walmart brands. We sell mall brands. We sell high-end items. We have this philosophy, I guess you could say, that everybody deserves clothes, so why only sell really expensive stuff?
So we kind of have a variety of different items. So
yeah. So, I mean, it's just pretty much everybody just taking it one day at a time, and we're getting there. We're getting it done. It's not easy work, I can tell you that. It is a lot of work between moving stuff around, computer work,
going, like, if your stuff isn't going like straight away, it takes time. But if you stick with it, you get better at it, and your business will start booming.
Yep, absolutely. And I will say also, I've had, like, I'm in Facebook groups with different resellers, and the main question I see there is, how do you guys get sales every day? The key of it all is list every day. You want to make sure at least 5. If you list at least 5 items every single day, you're bound to make at least one sale. So what we do is she posts 5, I post 5, and if we end up posting extra, great. And then we also use a cross-listing site as well. That cross-listing site we use is Vendoo. So, I mean, yeah. Spectacular. Works amazing. And we use that for all 3 sites that we use, because again, we use Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari.
We used to use Depop, it just wasn't working out for us, so we caught it quits on that one.
If it works great for you, great, use it. Our 3 sites though, like I said, Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, those are the ones that we get our sales from. Like, I think last month we made 34 sales total. So we're not doing as great as other people, no. But we have also done, like, we've been doing this for a couple of years, but we also
just now kind of started doing it daily.
Yeah, because you know, that's just how it works, and you got to find out what works for you. If you can't go full time, that's fine. Start off part time, see if you like it, and do it. You know, I mean, there's nothing about it. It's just doing it. But yeah, if y'all have any questions or anything, you know, like, just let us know in the comments, and we will answer them as we do our videos, because we will check them. If you want to see our journey throughout all of this, subscribe, and we'll, like I said, try to post videos a couple times a week.